It started as a fiery debate, but in just seconds the entire conversation flipped on its head. What happened next left everyone speechless. It was a crisp autumn evening, the kind where the air hums with anticipation. The lecture hall at Westbridge University buzzed with energy as students, faculty, and curious onlookers packed the seats. The event, a highly publicized debate between two intellectual heavyweights, Dr. Elena Marquez, a renowned political theorist known for her fiery progressive rhetoric, and Professor Marcus Halle, a stoic conservative economist whose calm demeanor masked a razor-sharp wit. The topic universal basic income had been dominating headlines for months, and the crowd was primed for a clash of ideologies. The stage was simple: two podiums, a moderator's table, and a large screen behind them displaying the debates. Hashtag Westbridge Debate 2025 already trending on X. The audience, a mix of eager students and skeptical professionals, whispered predictions. Marquez is going to tear him apart, one student muttered. Hale's too cool-headed, he'll outlast her, another countered. Everyone expected sparks. No one expected what was coming: the opening salvo moderator, a bespectacled journalism. Professor named Dr. Karen Wells opened with a call for civility. Let's keep this respectful and focused, she said, her voice steady but firm. The crowd nodded politely, but the tension was palpable. Dr. Marquez went first, her voice ringing with conviction as she laid out her case for universal basic income. In a world of automation and inequality, UBI is not just a policy, it's a moral imperative, she declared, her hands slicing through the air for emphasis. The crowd erupted in applause from one side. While others sat stone-faced, Professor Halle responded with measured precision. UBI sounds noble, but it's a fiscal fantasy, he said, citing studies on budget deficits and labor disincentives. His tone was calm, almost professorial, but his words carried a sting. We can't afford to pay people to do nothing. The room bristled. Marquez's supporters booed softly. Hales nodded in approval. For the first 10 minutes it was exactly what everyone expected, a high-stakes intellectual duel. Marquez leaned into emotional appeals, recounting stories of families struggling to survive. Halle countered with data, charts flashing on the screen behind him. The crowd hung on every word, but the energy was shifting. Interruptions crept in. Marquez cutting Halle off mid-sentence. Halle raising a hand to silence her retorts. Dr. Wells struggled to rein them in, her calls for order drowned out by the escalating volleys. The tension builds by the 20-minute mark. The debate had veered into chaos. Marquez accused Halle of ignoring the human cost of his numbers. Halle shot back. Emotion doesn't balance budgets. Side remarks flew. Marquez muttering about ivory tower privilege, Halle smirking at her utopian dreams. The crowd was eating it up, some cheering, others whispering nervously. Online, X was ablaze with reactions. This is getting personal, one user posted. Marquez is unhinged, another wrote. A third, Hale's smugness is insufferable. The room felt like a pressure cooker. Dr. Wells, visibly flustered, banged her gavel. Yes, an actual gavel. A quirky touch for a university debate. Please, let's stay on topic, she pleaded. But the debaters were locked in, their voices rising, their gestures sharper. Marquez leaned forward, eyes blazing. Halle, usually unflappable, was starting to clench his jaw. The audience sensed a breaking point. Someone was going to snap. The unexpected turn then. It happened. 32 minutes in, as Marquez launched into another passionate rebuttal, Halle did something no one anticipated. He stepped back from his podium, raised both hands, and said, in a voice so quiet it forced the room to strain to hear, I was wrong. The words hung in the air like a thunderclap. The room froze. Marquez stopped mid-sentence, her mouth slightly open. Dr. Wells blinked, her gavel half raised. The audience gasped in unison, a collective intake of breath that echoed off the lecture hall's walls. Even the livestream chat, usually a torrent of emojis and snark, went silent for a split second before exploding with question marks and exclamation points. Halle continued, his voice steady but softer than before. 10 years ago I lost my brother. To poverty, he worked 3 jobs, but it wasn't enough. I've spent my career arguing against policies like UB because I believed they were unsustainable, but tonight, he paused, looking directly at Marquez, then at the crowd. Tonight, I'm not so sure. Maybe I've been too rigid. Maybe there's a middle ground we haven't explored. The silence was deafening. Marcus, known for her quick wit, was speechless. Her eyes darted from Halle to the crowd as if searching for a cue. The audience was equally stunned. Some leaned forward, others exchanged wide-eyed glances. Was this real? Halle, the uncheckable economist, admitting doubt, on stage, in front of hundreds? The aftermath the moderator recovered first, stammering, "Thank you, Professor Halle, for that perspective." But the debate never regained its earlier fire. Marquez, clearly thrown, softened her tone. "I appreciate your honesty," she said, almost cautiously, before pivoting to a more collaborative argument. The remaining 20 minutes were oddly subdued, as if both debaters were processing what had just happened. The crowd, too, seemed torn. Between awe and skepticism. As soon as the debate ended, X lit up. Did Halle just have a breakdown or a breakthrough? One user posted, garnering thousands of likes. Staged. No way that was spontaneous, another insisted. A third wrote, "This is why debates matter, real moments like that." Clips of Hale's statement went viral, racking up millions of views. Pundits dissected it on news shows. Memes flooded the internet. Hale's face with captions like, "When your opponent yeets your whole worldview." For days, the debate dominated conversation. Some called Hale's admission a genuine moment of vulnerability, a rare glimpse of humanity in a polarized world. Others suspected it was a calculated move to steal the spotlight and appear relatable. "He's playing 4D chess," one ex-user quipped, or "he just cracked under pressure," another countered. Marquez, in a post-debate interview, admitted she was stunned but respected Hale's candor. "It's not easy to say that on stage," she said. The question lingers, was it real or staged? The truth remains elusive. Hale's supporters argued it was a moment of intellectual humility, proof of his willingness to evolve. His critics saw it as a publicity stunt, a way to deflect Marquez's momentum. Marquez's camp was equally divided. Some praised her for pushing him to that point. Others wondered if she'd been upstaged by his unexpected vulnerability. The data offers no clear answers. Hale's X profile showed no prior hints of such. A shift. His posts before the debate were staunchly anti-UBI. Marquez's online presence was equally consistent, her fiery rhetoric unchanged. Web searches revealed no smoking gun, no leaked emails or backstage whispers suggesting a setup. Yet the timing, the drama, the perfectly timed pause, it all felt almost too cinematic. One thing is certain. The Westbridge debate of 2025 will be remembered not for its arguments, but for the moment one man's words stopped a room cold. Was it a genuine reckoning or a masterstroke of performance? That's for you to decide. What's your take, do you think? Hale's statement was a heartfelt admission or a calculated move to steal the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's unpack this unforgettable moment together.